After the Apostle Paul had his eyes open to who Jesus was, he couldn't help it. He just had to tell everyone about Jesus. He went everywhere the Spirit of God led him and spoke boldly about Jesus. He would go into the temples and synagogues and tell everyone about who Jesus was and how he changed Paul's life. One day, Paul was around the temple talking about Jesus, as usual, and some people who didn't like Jesus found him. They were looking for Paul to arrest him.
Hey, I think I know who you are.
Do you really?
Yes, we all know who you are.
Yes, I am Paul. You do know who I am. But do you know whose I am?
Oh my, are you serious? What do you mean whose you are? This guy.
Look at this dude. No.
I am a child of God, a friend of Jesus.
Okay, that's it. Get him.
They brought Paul to trial before the king and his advisors and accused him of spreading false teachings. But the king didn't believe the people at all.
Paul? These people are accusing you of spreading false teachings. Is that true?
Nope, I am not spreading false teachings. Also, I am a citizen of Rome, you know. How dare these people think they can treat me this way and accuse me? I want to see Caesar in Rome and have a real trial.
Okay, we will send you to Rome to face Caesar in the high court. Soldiers, take him to Rome.
The soldiers took Paul on a ship with other prisoners. They set off into the sea where a storm was already beginning and was about to get worse. As Paul and the soldiers and other prisoners set off, they made a few stops and changed ships. They made it to the island of Crete. Paul warned them not to leave this island because it was dangerous. But they ignored Paul and set off to sea again anyways. The storm got worse. The people were afraid. It was dark and hopeless. Paul spoke to the people on the ship. You should have listened and we could have been safer. But don't worry, not one of us will drown. Listen, last night a message from God came to me saying,
Don't give up. You will all be safe.
Days passed by and the storm kept up. People were hungry. They haven't eaten. Paul took some bread and prayed to God and broke the bread, and they all ate enough. As the storm continued, they kept on going forward. And finally they arrived at an island, and the ship was wrecked on the reefs. But just as Paul said, they were all alive. Paul was able to be a witness for Jesus to all the people who were with him on this journey. During the dark storms and hopeless moments, Paul knew that Jesus' power gave him hope. And Paul was able to stand on that hope, even when the storms were bad and things were not going the way he wanted it to go. And we are able to stand on the hope that Jesus gives us. So when times are dark and when times are hopeless, Jesus' power gives us hope.